They brought their burden unto the Lord. And what I like about Jesus is Jesus never does nothing happenstance. He told the crowd, he said, look, I need you to tell all the men to sit down. Wish I had a Bible reader. All the men sit down. Sit down in little groups. This was a major task, y'all. It's about 15,000 people, 10,000 people. It's a major task. God is telling them, sit down in different sections. Because Jesus knows something that we don't know. He knows that in order for you to get your overflow, you need to be in order. That just went over somebody's head. In order to get your breakthrough, you got to learn how to humble yourself. Can I tell you, if they would have been standing on their feet and would have said, I ain't sitting down in this grass, they would have never got blessed. Talk back to me and hear somebody. But look, Jesus saying, I got to get you to a place where I can bless you. In other words, y'all too high right now. I need y'all to sit down for me. Can I tell you, church, God has a way of blessing us that's not like the world. God doesn't say you got to step on everybody to get ahead in life. God doesn't operate like that. But God, he wants you to get down low, and he'll bring you all the way down to the lowest common denominator, and then he'll pick you up. If you want to get to the top, you got to allow God to knock you down. If you want to get ahead in life, you got to allow him to bring you back. Talk back to me and hear somebody. That's why you ain't got to sleep with your boss. That's why you ain't got to connive on the job. That's why you ain't got to backbite nobody and talk about nobody behind the back in order to get ahead in life. That's not how God operates. God says, if you just get in order, I'll give you some overflow that you wasn't even expecting. What I love about God is he said, look, I'm going to give it to the disciples. I'm going to give it to them, and they're going to give it to you. Now, God is a God of order. That's why I tell people all the time, listen, you can't do what you want in church. Y'all going to get quiet right along through here. But I'm about to go to the Saints game and have fun. I ain't worried about none of y'all. You can't do what you want in God's house, because it's not your house. Y'all ain't gonna talk back to me. I'm gonna get out of here. You can't, listen here, baby. This ain't Burger King. You can't have it your way. Come on, talk back to me and get somebody. But God has order, and God will not bless you or give you your overflow until you get in order. Talk back to me and hear somebody. I don't care who your ministry leader is. I don't care if you don't get along with them. But if you don't get in line with that person, you will not get the blessings. All right. Now God blesses in order. He said, I'm going to give it to your disciples, and then you give it to them. I don't care how you don't like that person. God says, look, I need you to be in line to get your blessing. Can I tell you the problem? I'm going to say this and I'm going to get out of here. The problem is, in church, we got a whole lot of chiefs, but not enough Indians. Everybody won't be in charge. Nobody don't want follow. Let me help you here, y'all. It took me a long time to find out that if you just listen and be humble and obey your pastor, obey your leaders, obey your choir director, obey your minister of music, obey your deacons, eventually God will lift you to a position where people will have to listen to what you got to say. You can't lead right until you learn how to follow. Talk back to me and hear somebody. But if you spend all your time talking about the pastor, if you spend all your time talking about the deacons, if you spend all your time talking about the leaders, they don't know what they're doing. God is looking at you and saying, I can never bless you because you ain't learned how to follow yet. So you ain't going to never be in charge of nothing because you don't want to be under somebody. Amen, Pastor. You're doing a good job. I'm going to pat myself on the back. You're doing a good job, Pastor.